No tier 2s, I don't think, either, that we saw.
Nope, not a single one.
AV Ultima going for skunks is the very first pick, saying, I definitely need skunks to deal with that many squirrels. I personally think that's going to be the best option for him. Gets those skunks out as soon as he can. He's going to be able to deal with that giant squirrel ball. And just have enough squirrels in the back to deal with the hawks, with the falcons. Again, that poll has been reset, so tell us who you think will win Game 3 of this Clash of Comrades July Joust semifinal between AV Ultima and ClassicMetal. AV going for that wolf. We'll see how that plays in. Of course, the wolf gives all of your units +5 attack for 5 seconds before a 10-second cooldown. ClassicMetal going for boar, and also for ferrets this time, as well as moles.
Okay. That's interesting. So, Game 3 of the semifinals, ClassicMetal vs AV Ultima. AV Ultima to the northeast in green, ClassicMetal to the southwest in purple. And ClassicMetal, for the first time, is actually changing up his build. But this is his first loss in the playoffs here.
True, might be a little bit shaken from that last one. His tried and true strategy, just barely not quite getting through. We'll see. Looking at this map, ClassicMetal has a great base to defend. Actually, ClassicMetal has a great set of bases to defend. The entire west part of the map is definitely to his advantage. Again, all that high ground and all those bases very close. AV Ultima's got one expansion, maybe, in the east. It's hard to get to. How he responds to that. Gonna throw on the
really interesting expansion there.
Yeah, we're gonna throw up the dual commander visibility. Neither player has scouted that expansion yet, but I'm sure they will fairly soon. AV Ultima going for 7-farm Warren, 7-farm Squirrel
Look at that timing. Both players get their Warren out at the exact same moment. That's really funny to see. Look at the food go up. They're the exact same food. They've mirrored each other exactly.
That is the mark of people who know what they're doing when the food timers are exactly the same. Oh, ClassicMetal getting out a half a millisecond earlier, but maybe that'll make a difference in this match. It was so close last match.
It really was. So I think ClassicMetal's still going to go with his Squirrel Falcon idea, but maybe he's going to toss in those moles at the front to, I don't know, distract, I guess, just to tank. I wouldn't be surprised. It fits into the build fairly well. He's going for ferrets this time instead of snakes. Maybe because he's a bit more scared of defenses with this kind of build. I don't think he needs to be too scared of it with those moles though.
Classic has also gone for a machine gun turret instead of a sniper balloon. It's a little bit more of a panic button, a little easier to set up if you are in a tight spot. They build a little bit quicker and are cheaper. We'll see. There go those skunks for AV Ultima. One mole going up as well. And ClassicMetal going for those falcons. In a ClassicMetal build.
Exactly, yeah. AV Ultima has one mole out as well.
AV grabbing that expansion to the east as he must. ClassicMetal grabbing the base to the west as his expansion.
He's doing the same thing. He took out AV's commander, and now he's going to push in again. Maybe just take out a mole, and that's it.
That mole getting taken out. That skunk is running to try and get to the front lines. But we'll see.
Oh, ClassicMetal's already fallen behind. He had too many shots on that Warren, and that didn't manage to take down AV's army in time. That was an interesting little fight there. The fact that ClassicMetal could use that tiny amount of time to actually do something is actually quite surprising to me.
See, AV Ultima taking advantage of that small victory to put down 2 farms as his expansion. ClassicMetal is going to put down 2 farms as well. But I think AV Ultima is going to have a slight advantage here because of that last fight, not losing quite as many units.
They're actually, look at army value, they're in the exact same position. They've both got 2 moles, they've both got 9 squirrels, and they've both got 2 tier 2s.
Wow.
This is really weird to see. They've got the exact same thing, except with different tier 2.
They've got the same military structures, and AV Ultima's a little bit ahead in economy. Here we go. ClassicMetal is going to tentatively push forward. Those skunks are going to do a lot of damage to the squirrels on the ground. We'll see if they're enough to give the squirrels enough time to counter those hawks. We'll see.
AV Ultima are going to go with a lot more squirrels, and I think that's wise. As long as he can take down those squirrels, enemy squirrels with those skunks, those squirrels for him are going to be really effective at taking down those falcons. ClassicMetal uses this opportunity to pump more food into his expansion though. So AV Ultima is going to have a little bit more tempo right now with his units out already. Unless he can make good use of them though, he will lose out a very slight amount in the long term, but I don't think it's too big of a deal. He's already put farms into his expansion as well, and look at that army barrier graph. ClassicMetal has been fairly stagnant for the last 2.5 minutes.
Alright, ClassicMetal now taking advantage of the fact that AV Ultima went to go scout the base. He's going to take out those moles. AV Ultima's army is going to just now come in. Those skunks coming in from the flank. ClassicMetal backing up to the safe-to-use machine gun turret. But AV Ultima's going to push in. Starting to take out squirrels. That turret goes down. ClassicMetal's army is gone. AV Ultima still has lots of squirrels up, plenty of squirrels, and a skunk. He's going to start cutting into the rest of these warrens now. This is disastrous for ClassicMetal, who's just thrown down 5 moles to try and stop this flow. More and more squirrels streaming in for AV Ultima, and it might be too late. Warren after warren is going down. There goes the tier 2 warren. Those moles coming in to try and do some firefighting. But is it going to be enough?
Moles though. I think that is enough moles. AV Ultima's pulling back now. He did so much damage there though. Look at all those warrens that went down. Like, you saw how many units he had before. ClassicMetal has barely any now, and now is another fight.
AV Ultima pushing in, those moles going down one by one. He does take down both the skunks, so ClassicMetal has a little bit of an advantage now, but all of his army is gone again. AV Ultima pushing through with another wave of units, going to take out this warren over here, and that's going to be the last warren besides moles. ClassicMetal on 11 farms, AV Ultima also on 11 farms, but ClassicMetal has no warrens anymore. Just moles and a machine gun.
That was really interesting how that tempo for AV putting down those squirrel warrens at that time actually paid off a massive amount. That squirrel advantage, that not just in the initial fight, but also in the reinforcements, really helped out AV a lot there. And ClassicMetal is pretty boned right now.
4 farms farming now for ClassicMetal, 9 for AV Ultima. And ClassicMetal desperately searching for some way out of this, but here comes AV Ultima in for the kill, and I think this is GG here.
Oh, definitely. There's nothing ClassicMetal can do now. There we go.
Down it goes. So AV Ultima taking game 3 of this best of 5 set. So the score is now 2-1 in favor of AV Ultima. Gonna go ahead and